I'm Joe from Slingmods. We specialize in bringing you honest product reviews for the products we sell so that you can make the purchasing decision that's right for you. Today we have a really cool review on a product comparison. We have the Bilstein suspension versus the JRI suspension. We wanted our product comparison to be of suspension that was specifically designed for the Slingshot and that are both at similar price points. We figured if you were in the market for a great performance suspension around $1,000, you're likely cross-shopping these two coilovers. Now, as many of you probably already know, I've been running this specific set of Bilsteins on my personal Slingshot for quite some time, thousands of miles actually, and I absolutely love them. I did an early product comparison on the Bilsteins versus the stock Slingshot suspension a while ago. If you haven't checked out that video, it's also worth a look. I'm pretty eager to perform this comparison because there aren't many suspension manufacturers in the Slingshot market today. But JRI is one of the few companies that has the potential to match, or dare I say outperform, the Bilstein suspension. Before we install and begin testing, let me give you a brief overview of each product.
Both shocks are made using high-quality materials and top-level craftsmanship. Bilstein, yes, I said Bilstein, not Bilstein. It's a German company and they pronounce it Stein, which is the same pronunciation as their wonderful beer mugs. I'm right, you're wrong, and if you don't believe me, ask a German, preferably one of these hot Germans. How do these chicks drink beer and not get a beer belly? Seriously, I can't even have two. Anyway, Bilstein was the first company to pioneer gas-powered shocks in the late 1950s. Bilsteins are the choice for many OEM applications on a wide range of performance vehicles. One of those vehicles is the new ACR edition Dodge Viper. Randy Pobst himself said the Bilstein-equipped ACR was probably the best out-of-the-box track car you can buy today. Dale Earnhardt won 7 Winston Cup championships in cars equipped with Bilstein shocks. JRI's history and accomplishments are no less impressive. While Bilstein may have pioneered the gas-powered shock, JRI's claim to fame is that they use the newest, most groundbreaking technology when they engineer their shocks. If you want a full breakdown, go to their website and research what they call the JRI advantage. Just to give some credentials, JRI founder Jeff Ryan was also founder of Penske Shocks. To quote JRI, they have countless wins in all forms of motorsports from around the world. Famous drag racer Ricky Gatson has his Kawasaki H2 drag bike equipped with JRI shocks. One of my personal favorite professional stunt drivers, Ken Block, had a ridiculous 1965 Mustang build with over 845 horsepower equipped with JRI shocks. If you haven't seen what these guys can do with their vehicles, you're really missing out. Now, I'm not giving JRI credit for their talent, but they definitely wouldn't be using JRI if they didn't think they were the best.
The bottom line here is that these two manufacturers have obviously earned their place at the top among some of the best suspension manufacturers on the planet. It'll be interesting to see which one is actually the best bang for your buck when it comes to the Slingshot. So without further delay, let's install both and begin testing.
I'm quite used to the Bilsteins because I've been running them for quite a long time. The damping on them is head and shoulders above the factory suspension, and that's no exaggeration. While the ride is sporty, it doesn't loosen your teeth every time you hit a pothole. The Bilsteins also keep the Slingshot more composed at higher speeds, which is more than I can say for my camera mount. Don't worry, I fixed it. Where the Bilsteins really shine is keeping the Slingshot flat while bombing around corners. It may not look like it from the video, but I'm running a fairly high pace quite easily. I'm not kidding, guys, I really was going pretty fast. Notice that there's very little body roll while going through this corner. Let me show it again from the front. As you can see, while looking at the lower dam in relation to the ground, the Slingshot stays pretty flat around the corners with the Bilsteins. I was going to go a little faster, but Ronald McDonald kept standing in the corners. Now it's time to install the JRIs to see how they compare. The first thing I noticed with the JRIs while going over some familiar bumps is that they seem to be damped a little bit softer. However, after going around some corners fast, I noticed that the JRIs enabled the Slingshot to stay just as flat around the corners as the Bilsteins. Perhaps the compression damping isn't softer. Maybe they just keep the Slingshot ever so slightly more composed over bumps. It's important to mention that I lowered the Slingshot when I started running the Bilsteins. When I installed the JRIs, I ran them at exactly the same ride height as I did the Bilsteins. I'm also running stock tires for this comparison, which will obviously be the weak link when it comes to testing either suspension for racing conditions. I'm going to show a clip from the cockpit so you can get an idea how fast I went around this 25 mph corner. Then I'll show you the same corner from the front camera angle so that you can see how flat and composed the Slingshot was able to move through it with the JRIs installed. Here it is from a different corner. Well, there goes Ronald McDonald again, ruining my corner, standing in the worst possible place. But you get the idea. I know this is a huge question for many people when deciding if they want aftermarket suspension. Will I still be able to drive like a jackass and do a cookie? I'm only doing this for the sake of information. Yep, spinning the rear tire is still possible.
Well, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for a little bit better comparison, but the two shocks aren't vastly different from each other when it comes to street performance. I was hoping there'd be an area where one would really stand out over the other so that I could expose that, but there wasn't. I did mention that the JRI seemed a little bit more composed over bumps and maybe even changing direction, but not so much that I got really excited about it. In fact, I tried to get some video footage of each as far as the impact going over bumps, and it was such a slight difference that I couldn't even pick it up with video footage to show you. Going from the stock shocks to the Bilstein coilovers was a huge difference, but going from the Bilstein to the JRIs, not really so much. They're both really excellent products. If you're looking to just upgrade from the budget pogo sticks that Polaris threw on here from the factory, and you want to bomb around the back roads like I do, your best bet is to really go with either one. Just find the best price. Here's the kicker though. There is one thing that sets these two coilovers apart, if not all-out performance, and that difference is customer service. Now don't get me wrong, neither company is bad at customer service per se. It's just that Alpha Power Sport, who services JRI shocks, they're on the Slingshot forum and they're at the events and they're at the track days. So if you're looking for track day performance out of your Slingshot and you want to be able to service it, say you want to set it up for a proper ride height adjustment or you need it revalved, your best bet is to probably go with the JRIs just so that you have access to Alpha Power Sport. That's not a negative though. We still love you, Bilstein. I'm still running your product on my Slingshot and I'm still a happy customer. I just have to tell it like it is. So here's the bottom line. Both brands are great. One's not really an upgrade over the other. I think the JRI gets the nod in a couple areas depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for an upgrade over either one of these, JRI actually makes a fully adjustable set of suspension, but it is at a different price point, and quite frankly, that's for another video. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in, and be sure to watch the install video for these shocks. If you think either one of these shocks are right for you, you'll find the best price at slingmods.com. If they're not right for you, keep your money in your pocket and your eyes on this channel, because we're going to be bringing you some more cool stuff really soon.
Come on, say it.
Alright, I got to show off my Alpha exhaust one time. I know it's not part of the video, but I got to do it.
Endorphins increased, hypothalamus. What will come of this? Surely do like it.
Video, but I see the boys are going crazy over looking at this. You mind if I pull up alongside the fence and let them look? Alright. Hey guys! What does this look like?
Dune buggy. Batman's car.
Dune buggy, Batman's car, what? A race car?
A trike.
A trike.
A motorcycle and 3 rollers with it.
You guys are all exactly right. You did?
How much was this?
Well, this was, how much? I want you to guess.
Probably $29,000.
29,000?
No, that's how much the Dodge Ram Crew Cab cost. $100 $500 billion.
Well, I gotta go, guys. I got a video to make. So I'll see you guys later.
Video
This is the video camera, yeah.
oh, are you
Yeah, you guys want to be on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, boy!
You guys are all going to be on YouTube today.
Oh!